Hi, this is the effort to show you and help you with evaluation, the last part of your research project. I want you to remember that evaluation is marked externally. It is 30% of your grade, and um, there are some people who are not going to uni and they can have a format of the evaluation that can be written or audio, but this is not our case. So our format has to be written, and when this is done online, it's already online, but when you will see it there, it will be a hyperlink straight to an example of written summary, and here will be a hyperlink of an example straight from an evaluation report, so you can understand what I'm saying. This page is an example of or indication of a first draft, a worksheet, if you don't have any idea how to start with your evaluation. It is the first um, page, the first um, link on the Moodle on evaluation. So what we include in the evaluation? We include 200 words maximum of written summary in the beginning of your paper. It doesn't count against these 1500 words. And it doesn't get a grade. Why do we need this? I want you to understand that the person who is marking you, marking the evaluation, has not seen your folio. The instructions are clear. Even if the marker is given the folio, a folder, an envelope with all the students' work, they are asked specific to pick up from there only the evaluation. Don't have a look, don't see anything else in the file on the envelope, so they don't have a clue what else you have written. These 200 words is the only way you can tell them what you have done, what's your outcome, what you have researched, how you have researched it. And there are specific methods I'm going to explain to you later how to do that. The evaluation report is addressing three criteria we're going to discuss in detail later. And the three criteria are: number one, the evaluation of the research process. Therefore, you're assessing your research. It will be the evaluation of your capability and how this capability relates to your research, and the reflection of the research outcome with regards to what this has offered to you and what it can offer to the others. So it's very important to have a topic that makes a difference and helps other people. This is the breaking through. Let's go back to the written summary. Again, I'm telling you that this is for those who don't have any idea, they don't know what to write in their research project, and it's a good idea to see it in total. So you write in the summary what was your subject, how did your topic change, what were the ways you collected information, 1, 2, 3, primary and um, secondary sources. What kind of primary, what kind of secondary? Just words, don't spend the words there. And this is what you need to dedicate most of your words. What did you find about your topic, your question? How it has changed your thoughts, how it has helped you grow. Now we start the evaluation report, and here are these ideas can be your first draft. That will be your guidance. Describe the different ways you obtain information in more detail. Now, you have mentioned them above, but you have to describe them, how difficult or easy it was to get these methods, which sources you used, Start thinking, start writing all these answers to these questions. What did you expect to find and what you actually find? What difficulties you experience in communicating with the others? What challenges, how you overcome the challenges? What did you enjoy? All of the things that were related with the research process. Problems like I had organized this, didn't work. I tried to contact people, they didn't answer. All these things. And of course, I want you to discuss the capability. What was your selected capability? Few words. How it was linked to your research topic, and what did this help you to understand for for yourself in your personal level, and what this has done for the others. I would like, if you can, mention some issues here about your development of knowledge of ethical research. That would be an idea. Just bring it there. And reflection is a criterion E3. Reflection of the outcome. How did you come? How you research the topic, and all these new ideas. On the side, I have also some other um, documents, especially this document, which is a double page. It is called annotated evaluation. Why I have to include this? And this is the one I really like it. It's the scaffold I really like it. This page at the end of here, it gives you in detail what you have to do to break an A or merit. It's very specific. If you follow it, you won't have anything missing. That's guaranteed. And here I'm explaining, you can go through this, there's no point for me to read this. You can read why this is needed. It's very important. You have to showcase what you have. The most important is don't spend your word count in the first topics. Use them here. Briefly describe what you produce because they don't have an idea what you have done. And when you evaluate your product and your research process, it is important to know what's your product, what you have done. If you have done experiment, you have done um, um, research, and it's very important if you yourself conduct research and you report that back, it's very important to know that you have done all these things, because here you assess the process, not the outcome as such. And at the end here, you don't evaluate the outcome. You don't let them know the outcome. You tell them the research outcome and value to yourself and to others. How important this outcome was to you and the others. That's what you're telling them there. So they need to know what's your outcome. I want you to use these dot points as an introduction, your methods, how you collect your information, what's important, write a paragraph, okay, on each of these. And here it is evaluation of the research project is something that you would do different. I've regretted I've done this, I should have done this worked, this didn't work, this was my challenge, this is how I overcome it. Please pay attention to this. It is highly important. It's a golden opportunity to get grades there. This is a difference, and it's completely different from one to another. In the evaluation here, you can read, you have to mention your capabilities, the word and capabilities. You developed all the words and capability we saw in the previous video. There are some keywords. Please mention them there. It makes an impression to the marker, and I want you also to see how this capability reflects to your work. You will see how students have worked in the examples, and you will understand what I'm telling you. The key findings, what your answers in your key questions. You may not find things. You may say that I need to research further, I need to investigate further. It's okay. This is the point of the research. You just dig the surface. That could be a career in the future. So you really need to mention all this. This page, sorry, I wrote this page here, and so I thought that people can follow it. And then I realized that would be a better idea if I had it like this. So if you see this page and this page, they have exactly the same. and I took this out, and all these questions I put them here. So if you can write it here, your answers according to this, and then you can copy and paste only this and only this, um, with the titles, you're done. That could be whatever you write here and here, that could be your evaluation. Be careful, 1500 words plus 200 words here. Uh, I want you also to be able to see the criteria you are assessed. I want you to use this as your um, checklist. Every time you say to yourself, have I done this? Have I proved that? Yes, tick. No, I need to write some more. So this is the criteria, and this is what an A standard is. Um, I want you to remember that this is referring to a evaluation of the research outcome, and this is criticizing the process you developed, uh, and understanding capability is the blue one. The evaluation insights about the significance and the limitations of the research is very important. Very important. You need to tell us limitations of your research. What are the limitations of your research? All these problems. I wanted to speak to that professor. He didn't respond. I sent 1500 emails. Nobody responded. I set up the thermometers. Uh, 3 broke. I set up questionnaires. People didn't come. All these are hassles people got over. And I want you also to understand that the ideas are communicated fluently and accurately, and this is 5 marks from the synthesis. Here are your criteria and how the marks are allocated. 15 marks is the evaluation of the research process. That's why in the papers I'm giving you, in the pages I'm giving you here, I'm telling you should be about 1/2 of the 1500 words, because it is more than, it's half of your writing. So don't rush it up, the research process. It has to be 700 words at least, and well said. 700 words, yes, 700 words. So this is the evaluation of the research process, the capability, and the outcome. And it's very important to see the likely characteristics as they correspond with colors. I want you to have that as checklist. What am I writing when I need to evaluate my research process? You have to make balanced judgments about the activities you do. You have to give us discuss us manageability and ethical appropriateness of your um, methods used. For example, I had an excellent work from a student who did investigated a topic that it is very sensitive for female women, and she ethically did the right choice. She didn't ask questions. She didn't survey this kind of women because she didn't want to harm them. So that was a major discussion. All the questions are manageable and ethically appropriate. So um, you have to discuss the limitations, the alternative processes, what you have done, what you could have done. This is part of evaluation. This didn't work. I should have done this. I didn't have time. It passed. I should have done. Next time I would do that. What would you do if you repeat that experiment? So in making connections between self and the capability, it's very important to explain how this is important for you and the others. And again, the outcome important for yourselves and the others. There is no point to do a research and find something that is interesting only for me. I need to know why and how can I contribute to the others. For example, I have a boy who is doing something peculiar, very peculiar interest, his own interest, battleships. But if he says that I am going to make a website that it will be a hobby site for those who are interested in battleships and the story of battleships, that will be important. That will be a significant research outcome for him and those who have the same hobbies. And there are too many things like this. I'm sorry. And of course the expression. So I want you to have this as your checklist. Now, what I'm going to do in the next of the video, in the continuity of the video, I want you to see some examples of people who have last year um, got married, and this is a merit evaluation. You don't get merit if your evaluation is not at A plus standard. And this is the self-esteem merit we using throughout. I show you the outcome of this on our walls. It's the folio, and this is the um, evaluation, which I need to have find some time, laminate and put it on the walls. I want you to understand that the summary is up to here, and that does matter that's keywords, but you have to understand that we have to say what she has used. She has used extensive research, aim to do this, this, and that, brainstorm how to do stuff, research, primary research, 1, 2, 3, second research, 1, 2, 3, analyzing what things she has done, and this is the outcome. You dedicate most of the words there, but it's very important to get words here too. You have to say what you have done because it discusses the depth, demonstrates the depth of the research. Now, evaluation of the research process. I want you to see what the girl has done. She is explaining all the process, a detailed mind map, um, because he developed the structure. And then what else he has done? She has done web page research, initial stages, and then she had done in-depth research and surveys, and then she has done uh, interviews with psychology teacher, university lecturers in the field of child development. She wanted to do that. She never could have access to the university lecturers, never responded. She had only the psychology teacher, and this was great still. So internet research was more extensive. She could not find anecdotal facts. So you have to see how she has started. And then she went book and videos. Book and videos are important. Even little YouTube videos, they're important for you. And even the books and the activities uh, that she could have from the topic, it was useful for her. She started finding through the website organizations that support these things and eating disorders, and she has connected in her um, outcome that these girls who are trying to look beautiful because their self-esteem, they are developing eating disorders, and she is mentioning this. There is no need to write and use all of them, but she has studied them, and they are how should I say, they are reliable because they belong to organizations. Also, surveys. What she has done, she learned how to obtain data, and she learned about the self-perception, the dieting habits of the girls. Uh, so she really started to improve in stuff by describing the service purpose. So all these are part of development. Conducting interviews, it was important because she was a very shy person, and she really changed her attitude. And really, uh, she mentions what's very important, the ethical procedures. I know people say don't mention the ethical considerations, but this is your only other chance to mention ethics apart from the folio. Please mention ethics. I have never seen a merit folio, a merit evaluation without ethics in the evaluation. It's not there, but it is there. Here is the word that says it has to mention the ethics. Let me find it. here, ethical appropriateness of the research. Please don't forget the ethics. If your research is ethically appropriate. Now, when you evaluate your capability, you have to see how this capability works for you. She chose to develop communication. She developed her communication skills corresponding. She was able to credible information. Meanwhile, she was able to write better. Uh, she gained conduct by conducting interviews. She became more assertive, active, relevant to the research, but she was able also to engage in what was saying and listen. Uh, all these things are very important and go through her experience. So she developed amazing written skills through that. I want you to understand that this was a child that was not going to go to uni. And at the end, she has managed through this to develop so much. And she got married through this. She got visual arts and art. And she's studying visual art at uni at the moment. So don't think that research project is nothing. Research project is really developing people. And I need you to understand that this has started from makeup. Um, and the outcome of the research, significantly beneficial for development, confidence, and communication. Um, so really, the capability can be here because it is the outcome for myself and then the others. Um, this is the others. So I want you to remember the outcome, the evaluation of the outcome, and it's valid to myself and the others. It doesn't speak about the outcome. It speaks about what this outcome has done to me and how important it's for the others. All those who are talking about vegetarianism, it's very important to understand that yes, you have embraced vegetarianism, what you have done for the others, how you can persuade the others work there. This will give you the merit. Okay, so you can mention things like this. I've done this. I've been there. I've communicated my research to the others. I have feedback. I understand how media contribute to law, whatever, to the becoming a vegetarian or not, to self-esteem, to the idea that children have themselves. So really, people can learn through that. This was the one you will see as self-esteem merit. I have another one which is the dance. It's online, you can also see it. I don't want to make this video big. Again, the written summary, you see, it's the same format. Actually, Danielle has imitated that. Doesn't matter. The evaluation of the research process is there. Again, primary, secondary, what you did, how you did with the books. If you write here something about your biased books about stones, it's okay. All the surveys you have done, the interviews, it's very, 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 very important. And then evaluation of the capability, majority. This person has citizenship, so you have to mention how the citizenship is important because she's producing something in dance regarding dance. So it's really have all this citizenship throughout the project. And of course the reflection outcome, you see how this was helpful to her, yep, and to the others, my school community. And all the members, because she did a feasibility report and she started talking about the dance in the school. Now, something important. This girl has written in here she has added the bibliography. It's okay. Put your bibliography there, especially if it's huge. Okay? I know that Danielle has put it. It's not in the copy I have. but it is the same like the ones you used in the outcome. I want to show you the other one, the other evaluation. It's still um, the bibliography is there. It doesn't count against your word limit, but shows what you have referenced and what you have read. It's huge difference. Reference list is those you are referring to, and bibliography, all these things that you have read and helped you to work throughout your research project. This is the last I'm going to discuss. This girl has researched how she loved science, and she wanted to research how we can use plastinization to teach science, especially anatomy, not cutting corpses, live corpses. Plastinization is a technique that has been developed in Germany very quickly from an anatomy professor in the university in Germany, and actually he used uh, dead bodies, and he has uh, inflicted in the through yes, injected in the dead bodies polyurethane, and he preserved the dead bodies. It's a kind of mummifying. Um, so and it's very healthy. It is awkward, very peculiar. This child is going to, she's studying medicine, so she's very much into that. And this is a written summary. Two main types: research, plastinization, conducting research, and traditional methods of anatomy. So she differentiate her research topics in the two completely different approaches in teaching anatomy. So again, here she has articles, emails, analysis performing from videos, analysis photos, comparing and contrasting. The same here, and because she couldn't conduct surveys here, she could conduct surveys in this area. That's why she has the surveys in this component. And again, the evaluation of the research process, she's separating the primary quantity quantitative research processes, surveys, teachers' interviews where she had ticked the ideas, limitations of the quantitative research. So she's reflecting to that. That was a merit too. Qualitative research processes, you see, she presents that and she is um, judging them, the limitations in each one of them. It is perfect according to this judgments, effectiveness, success, limitations. So it is very, very, very appropriate. And of course, it's science, completely different theme from self-esteem. So it is very accurate and very academic. And secondary research, primary versus secondary. So she's comparing and contrasting all the time what worked, what was better, how this worked, ethical considerations. Ethical considerations. Please don't let ethical considerations outside. I haven't seen ethical considerations into the outcome of those who have read. Please include them. An evaluation of capability, again, it's very important for me and the others. So please read them. They are all in the website. Read them and you will get an idea. There is no point for me to take it further. It's already half an hour. Thank you.